Hey there, students. Well, I got a lot of great responses yesterday on my quick little assessment I had on your concerns on distance learning. I wrote messages to everybody today that did not respond, just so I can kind of check in with you and make sure that everything's working. If for some odd reason your Chromebook's not working or whatever it is, I need to know. Please reach out to me. The easiest way to do that is through Schoology messaging here. I'll kind of go through some things, some of your concerns, and the first one, a lot of you guys said, how can I talk to you, Mr. Carlson? And I'd say the easiest thing to do is through Schoology messaging. Just go up in your messaging, your message Mr. Carlson, and you'll be good to go. But also, beginning next Monday, I'll have like a video chat time where you can check in with me. And the WebEx code is right here. It's 809-851-643. You just put in webex.com. You don't have to have an account or anything. This is supported by the district. This is what we use when I've had conference calls with Miss Sorensen Wagner in my department and my PLC that I'm a part of, and it's worked really well. And I'll make sure every day that I'm on there from 10 to 10:30 in the morning, and then 1 to 1:30 in the afternoon. Of course, you can always write me a message, and I'm going to respond as quick as you can. I'm going to have my Schoology up. I'll be ready to respond as quick as possible. Sometimes it may be best just to call you back on. I have my district phone is through my computer, so I can call you back that way too. So I always leave a phone number for me to reach you at there. But that's a little about messaging, and then a lot of students say, Mr. Carlson, how can I be like? And I'm afraid I'm gonna miss a conference call for a certain teacher. And the reality of the fact is that those are not. We can't require you to be there at a certain time because you have 6 to 5 other classes that you're working with. But there are opportunities here, and then obviously if that doesn't work for you, you can just write me a Schoology message. Hey, Mr. Carlson, can I call you on WebEx, please, so that I can talk to you personally? And obviously I'm happy to do that. You might hear some crying in the background or a dog barking or I don't know, probably a little chaos because it's a little chaotic in my house, but we'll make it work. A lot of you guys asked about test taking, and I'll just tell you with test taking, that we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There'll be a lot of fill in the blank. There won't be a lot of multiple choice, obviously, because that's a lot easier to not have integrity. But we'll worry about that as it goes. A lot of you wrote about finals. What are we going to do about finals? Obviously, if we're still in distant learning, we're going to do it through Schoology. But as of today, I just watched the press conference at 2 o'clock, and it sounds like we have an order of distance learning until May 4th. But I don't know if that's official or not. It's just what Governor Walz said. A lot of you guys talked about socializing, and I think that's a really important thing to do. I know for my wife, she's had a few get-togethers with her college friends they use Google Hangout or they use FaceTime. I know that my own children have used Zoom, and so they use that where they have like a lesson where they call their teacher every day. But for them, they're like in the lower level, so it's easier to do that. But my wife has set up some Zoom calls for my daughters so that they can just talk to all their second grade friends at a certain time every day. And I would really encourage you to be the leader in that, to reach out to people that you talk to there. Assignments, a lot of you asked about assignments too. How's it going to work? Well, I'm just going to post them through Schoology. You're going to know about them ahead of time. They're all going to be on our calendar here. It's going to talk about what's due, when it's due, and whatnot. You can see we have some things on here already, but we'll touch base on that later. But most of all, I just want to know that, it's a work in progress. And, if some link's not working or the video doesn't look right, the only way I'm going to be able to fix that if I don't know is if you guys tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to make this as easy as I can for you. And I'm definitely not a expert at everything, but I'm gonna try as hard as I can. And I think you guys know that. And I feel pretty, in a way, I feel lucky that we got our little baby Aiden a month and a half ago. Now he's a month and a half, or he's 6 weeks and almost 6 weeks. And because I was able to prepare those screencasts for you and kind of prepare to do some of that stuff. So I know this video is a little longer than I wanted to be, but if you have any concerns, questions, comments, shoot me a message and I'll respond back to you. Hopefully I answered, the main questions I went through and respond to everybody, but I just want to put them all in one so that you all can hear the same thing. You won't hear from me again until Monday, unless you did not respond to my practice lesson yesterday and you have not responded to my message, you might get a friendly call from Mr. Carlson tomorrow. All right, guys. Sorry I don't have any lame jokes. No emails came up for me to crack a joke at, but I'll tell you that I miss you, and I'm not lying. I really do miss